Hello my dear beautiful bastards and welcome back to some more Craftardia Lite. Today we shall be building an arena. I have had several ideas on what exactly to build and I decided to go with an arena. I actually wanted to make some sort of a space launchpad, spaceship launchpad, but unfortunately I had trouble resizing the ship. The toy rocket ship that exists in the game, so I decided to make an arena instead. And as you can see, I went with adding these sky bridge things on the sides. Unfortunately, there isn't a curved sky bridge thing, because if there was a curved or a corner sky bridge thing, I would have added it all around it. But I used these these stone blocks to kind of make sure that everything is even, you know, because when you add stone blocks all around, they kinda, you know, they are even because they snap. So I had trouble figuring out how to properly adjust the sky bridge things around the hole here in at the Starlight Drive-In location. I deleted absolutely everything, even the water from the Starlight Drive-In. That was accidental. Alright, I did all of that accidentally, but turns out it worked pretty fine. And then I added the Vault Cage elevator. This is a mod that can be added to the game. And then I had trouble because, you know, I started making this all wrong. I wanted everything to be kind of even, to make sense, to be snappable and adjustable properly. But unfortunately I started from the wrong thing. I should have started from the elevator, because the elevator is connected to everything else. Basically, the elevator is the center point. So that should always be the first thing that you do. The center point should be the first thing that you do. And then I started placing these, I guess the elevated floor or the bridge. I don't know what to call it. Basically, that is where the guards are gonna patrol, and that is where the contestants are gonna be carried over to the arena. That's how it is gonna work, and I immediately figured that out right here, and it seemed reasonably logical. But then I had trouble adjusting the thing to the sky bridge, and I don't know why I was being stupid about that. See, I ended up moving it too far to the right, so half of the hole on one side just it didn't really fit properly. So all I had to do was simply make this, this is the actual sky bridge. I guess those are the sky bridge supports, these gray things, they're the sky bridge supports. So the sky bridge itself, I should have made that first and then adjusted it to the supports, or adjusted the supports to the bridge itself, because how I made it here made it seem like it just didn't fit properly. See how it's too far to the right? It's too far to the right. I wanted to make sure that the hole is in the middle, so that everything, so when they get dropped down, they fight in the hole. And I feel like that seemed like a pretty decent idea. Not really sure. I started winging it, you know, as I went along, and then I wanted to make sure that the audience stage is kind of transparent in a way. You know, I feel like if the floor is transparent and they walk, they are basically, this is where the audience is gonna stand. I figured if you go and watch a battle, are you really gonna sit and watch 4 people fight to the death? I don't think anyone is gonna sit and watch that. I mean, you would need to be a pretty weird guy if you decide to just sit instead of, you know, stand up, cheer, yell, and, you know, throw shit at them. I feel like if they stand, that makes more sense. And then I guess this is the wall that the contestants will be next to. I put the restricted access here, so they know that they can't really go there. But I made it transparent so they actually see the exit, because I feel like, what if you get thrown into a pit to fight to death? You see people above you cheering, but under the people you see glass, and next to the glass you see basically freedom. Imagine if you could experience that kind of thing. How would you feel? I feel I wanted to make sure that I don't know, I guess if they are inside and if they see the glass and they think like, oh, exit is nearby, I might escape. And then they just get smashed into the glass because the glass is indestructible. I feel like that is a pretty decent way to entertain the viewers and to have some sort of a psychological aspect in the contestants. Unfortunately, that nothing can exist. That kind of thing does not exist in the game, you know. The game does not have a lot of psychological stuff in it, but I figured it would be a cool way to design something that would make sense. And as for the audience is separated from the guys with this, I guess, wall. I guess it's a mesh wall, and there is a gap above. Now that gap allows the people to throw things into the battlefield. So basically, the 4 guys get thrown down without anything. They are, you know, bare hands. They have bare hands, and then everyone who pays and comes up and watches them fight, they can throw things inside. They can throw anything they bring, and they can bring anything. And then whoever picks the stuff up first, they will have the advantage. That was the idea. That's why I left that gap up there. And this was the first pass for the battle arena. And I figured, see how it has this gap. It felt like, even though it is bulletproof glass and protected glass, it still felt a little bit unsafe. So I figured, why not add another layer of glass and create some sort of a buffer? Because initially I wanted to make sure that the entire arena is surrounded. You know, that everything is surrounded by walls, so not everyone can get here. But then I figured, why not leave it open? So anyone who does not pay can walk up to the glass and they can watch through the glass. But of course I added some foliage and bushes and shit, so if they want to watch, they must stand in the bushes and risk getting their balls bitten by various bugs and whatever else lurks in that location, in the bushes. And that's I think that is a pretty decent idea. And then I had to make the place where they buy the tickets, of course, because they gotta buy the tickets, they can't just walk up. And since I used the Institute materials alongside these normal concrete materials, or what are they? Are they concrete? I don't know. But since I decided to use a mix, I figured, why shouldn't this be some sort of a joint operation between the Institute people and between the regular people? So basically it is owned by the Institute people, who are using these contestants as test subjects, and when they have no use for the test subjects anymore, then they simply organize this battle here. And see, this is where one of the Institute people are gonna check for the tickets, make sure that the tickets are correct. And of course the Institute people have highly advanced weaponry and stuff, so it is impossible for the regular people to cause any trouble here, because the Institute people are gonna mess them up very, very easily. So I didn't really spend too much time figuring out how to protect the place, because I figured there's gonna be several Institute people here who are gonna protect the place, so there is no need to have I guess anything else. No need to have the turrets and stuff. And over here is where I decided to place the ticket booth. I wanted to place the ticket booth on left and right, you know, on both sides, but it seemed like it was unnecessary. You know, I just didn't think it was necessary to do that. And now I spent some time thinking about things and thinking what exactly to do, but then I returned back here and figured, why not go back to the concrete stuff and place this concrete wall as some sort of a booth area. See, they're gonna enter from the opposite side, and in order for it to snap, I had to remove the ground and then placed these 3, and these 3 are gonna be used to sell the tickets. I did not really spend a lot of time figuring out the details of the settlement. You know, I know that you guys know that I dislike interior decorations and stuff. Something about it irritates me quite a bit. So for this first project, after a very long time, I decided to focus on the exterior and make something that is that doesn't really need a lot of interior decorations, because it is a battle arena. All you need is an arena and where people can go and watch that. So that is what I focused on. But you can expect some more smaller and detailed things in the future, detailed builds. For this one, it's relatively simple. I added some of these green shrubs because they planted these are fake. The green shrubs are fake because there's absolutely no way that anything here can grow. But the green shrubs promote the fact that people buy stuff. If they see green shrubs, they are more likely to buy tickets. And of course I added the other shrubs on the edges as well. You guys know this, I already talked about this. If you add shrubbery on the edge of your settlement area and on the edge of the things that you have, it is going to make things look better. You know, you won't see that those edges that are very, very ugly on their own. So adding bushes, rocks and that stuff usually helps to fix the problem. Now it might not look proper, I guess. Probably doesn't look very proper. But I figured why the hell not do that, and over time I guess we'll see how it develops, how does this tactic work. Will it work in the future? I don't know. I might need to change it around a little bit. But I added some crows up there. The two crows are the Secret Institute cameras that monitor the area. And of course a roof. And then what did I do then? Did I start placing stuff here inside? Not really sure. I don't think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I placed the door and then I went away. Yeah, I went on the other side, as you can see here. I went to the other side, and of course we needed a place where we can keep the contestants, obviously. And I had a lot of trouble here. An insane amounts of fuckery with this bullshit. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Why does it not snap properly on the side? Why does it need to be a bitch? It completely baffles my body and brain, and I wanna buy a goat and kill it. That's what I wanna do. Whenever I encounter this snapping fuckery, I want to buy a goat and kill it. Alright, that's what I wanna do. But of course I'm not gonna do that, because where the hell am I gonna get the goat? Well, I am in Croatia, so I can probably get some sort of a satanistic ritual goat for cheap. You know, as long as you mention that it is for a satanic ritual, you're gonna get it for cheap, because people get afraid of you, so I could probably get a goat for cheap. But yeah, I was making basically a jail here. The idea was to place the 4 contestants in jails in this closed room, and then as the battle comes, the officials are gonna come in, they're gonna take them out, they're gonna get them into the elevator, and they are gonna go up on the sky bridge and they're gonna get thrown down. And after they get thrown down, the people who are up there, who threw them down, will be the guards who are gonna be securing the location, making sure that nothing dodgy happens. That is the general idea of what I wanted to make. Now, of course, like I said, the settlement itself could use a lot of more details, but unfortunately from previous builds I noticed that a lot of people don't really download the stuff, that because most of you guys are on consoles, so making details that nobody can see, but if you download the thing and if you check out the settlement yourself, you would be able to notice a lot of little details that I add. I figured, since, you know, most people do not download stuff and most people don't... see, I fell over here. I fell down! Fuck off! But yeah, since most people don't really download the stuff that I do, you just watch. I guess you watch to get inspired and to get your own ideas. I figured, why not make them a little bit simpler, you know, without any super detailed decorations. So I probably won't be doing any super detailed decorations anymore, unless I notice that more people are interested in, you know, getting the settlements themselves. But yeah, most of you guys are on consoles, So unfortunately that doesn't really go well together. And as you can see here, this is what I decided to make a trapdoor or a hole for each one of them. They get brought to the hole, a button is pressed, all of the holes open and they fall down. Now of course it is a very high altitude, so once they fall down they might die, but since they are test subjects from the institute, why would you assume that they would you know, break their legs or something? Who knows, maybe they got enhanced by the institute, you never know. Who knows, my friend? Nobody knows. But yeah, I also wanted to make some add some sort of supports, see, because the holes are quite far out, you know, it's kind of difficult to justify the structural integrity of the place. But I just didn't know how, right? I didn't know what to add or how to add it to add more structural support, aside from placing you know, poles or I guess beams or whatever. How the fuck do you call them? I don't know. But yeah, I didn't really know how to do that. So then I went ahead and just placed a couple of more bushes everywhere. See, I covered all of the glassy area with bushes. Now, also something happened over here, something that happened before as well. My recording button is the same button as the button to load a quick save in Fallout 4. So I accidentally loaded a previous quick save before saving, and I had to do all of this shit all over again, this bush placements. So the bush placements that you are seeing here, they are not the bush placements that are in the end, in the final settlement. But it is what it is. See, I added a lot of them. I want to make sure that it is that the bushes are kind of designed to I guess be a part of the settlement, or more like be something that was designed with the purpose of forcing people to pay to go up instead of watching from the bushes, you know. So it's basically like a demo. If you have a demo, then you can play the game a little bit, but then you gotta buy it if you want to play it more. So the same thing, the same thing is here. You can watch it through bushes and getting your balls bitten, or you can pay and watch like a normal person and throw things inside. And over here I wanted to add the shackles. See, the slave shackles, and I think that was a pretty decent idea over here. So slave shackles, and they will get shackled here, and they will stay inside. Unfortunately, the thing disappeared when I was recording the final tour. Fucking disappeared. I don't know, man. It disappeared. They were shackled to nothing. You will see it soon. But yeah, that was it for the prison. Very simple. No particular details to it. Although it is possible to add all sorts of details. And majority of it was completed, but I wanted to finish the ticket thing. This also got completely wiped. Everything that you're seeing now got wiped, and I had to redo it. But I did similar things here. So you placed a couple of desks or the tables, and then I placed a couple of shelves, also modded shelves that are a little bit different from the regular items. I also wanted to place some fridges so they can refresh themselves, but I figured that it needs power, and I want this place to not have any power whatsoever, because power can create additional problems that we do not need. So I decided to not use any power, just a couple of street lights, because most of this place is gonna work only during the day, because it's too risky during the night. And after that I added a couple of different things here. I also added some Soylent Green on the ground. That should come soon. Not really sure where is that. See, I went through a lot of items searching for something fitting to place. But in the end, I went and placed the Soylent Green bottles down in the corner. Basically, that will be something that they will sell as an additional thing. You know, they sell tickets and some Soylent Green. They are in cooperation with the Institute, so why the hell not? And I think that that pretty much concludes the entire settlement. Placed a flag US flag. And that was pretty much it. I placed also one big billboard. That's like some advertising, I guess. You know, they gotta make money. They gotta make money on this. All right? They can't make money if they don't advertise things. And that concludes the battle arena, the second battle arena at Starlight that I created. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to let me know if you built something similar, or if you got inspired to build something yourself. And I guess that will be all for now. You're gonna see the tour, and I'm gonna let you see the tour in peace, and I will see you next time. In a couple of days I will make another build, and that would be all. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to let me know what would you like to see next. If you have any ideas, make sure to give me ideas, and I will see you next time. I have been Petard, your glorious lord, and may the blessings of Petardia eternally touch your butt.